says, but we see Jesus.
All right.
But we see Jesus, who was made a little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he, by the grace of God, should taste death for every man.
Yeah.
Right? God of glory was made a little lower than the angels. It came into the position of man. Right? He'll say later on here, he took not on him the nature of angels, took on him the seed of Abraham. He took on a fleshly body and became a man. And he did so, he says, for the purpose of the suffering of death. He's going to deal with the sin that cursed the world, and that first man that gave over the control of it to the adversary. He's going to deal with man's sin to redeem and to reconcile and shed his blood there when he suffers at the cross. He's crowned with glory and honor right before he goes to fulfill that work at the cross there on the Mount of Transfiguration. Peter talks about how that they saw him there in the Holy Mount, and he was crowned with that glory and honor. And the Father spoke from heaven, and he said, "This is my beloved Son, whom I'm well pleased." Because he is the beloved Son in whom the Father is well pleased. You know what else he said there? When Peter wanted to make those 3 tabernacles to Moses and Elijah and the Lord, covers them up, and all he sees is Jesus standing in the midst. The voice of the Father says, when the Son's standing there, "Hear him." Hear him. That's the point, right? He's the one that's crowned with glory and honor. God enfleshed himself in David's seed line. He's here to fulfill the mandates of the Davidic covenant according to the Psalms and what he's talking about there in chapter 1. And the first way they saw him is that he took on the seed of man, the flesh of man, for the purpose of suffering and death. He functioned as the Redeemer to deal with sin.